Hello, my name is Rahul Razdan, and welcome to SAE at Home. Now, before we start, I want to actually show you the great logo that my daughter made to talk about this event. I think it's pretty good. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. So my background comes from electronics. I was a CPU designer for a long time, and then after that I went into an industry called electronic design automation, and then did a bunch of startups in wireless power and machine learning and other such things. And for the last 4 or 5 years I've been working on autonomous vehicles. And of course, with something like that, it makes perfect sense to work with SAE. Now, my work with SAE has been the traditional research, transactions articles, conference articles, things like that, but also I've been working on these much bigger pieces called SAE Edge. And you can see 3 of them up there that generally talk about the topic of AV safety, validation and verification and safety issues, and talk about the open issues in all of those fields. If you want to learn a little bit more about my work at a less technical level, I also have a column on Forbes. You can just look up my name on Forbes to see that information. Now, you might notice that the third article that I have up there has a different form factor than the other 2. Now, the actual report is done, but it's not printed, and it's not printed because of COVID-19. Which I think brings us to the sort of the message of the day today that I want to talk about. COVID-19, in my view, is a very interesting phenomenon in the sense that it's accelerating a lot of things that were already in flight. If you think about it, the 5 things that we all sort of interact with in terms of the world, education, going to work, medicine, shopping and entertainment, all have digital twins to them. So online education, obviously work from home, telemedicine, e-commerce, and consuming digital content such as Netflix. And what COVID-19 seems to be doing is accelerating all these mega trends that were already going on. And I think the impact for transportation is going to be pretty profound. Because if you think about it, just the first 2, going to work, going to school for you or your kids, creates an enormous amount of commuter traffic. And if that commuter traffic is significantly affected, the core of transportation will change. The number of roads we need will change. Do we need to even buy cars? My sense is 3 high-level takeaways. One is mobility as a service is going to become much more important. Why buy something if you can get variable access to it? The second thing is that logistics and distribution and delivery, much more important. And then finally, with all these actors basically fleetizing, I think the whole thing is going to be much, much easier to manage, and therefore you can optimize it a lot better. So all of this is, I think, pretty interesting. I think the nature of the direction is that you're going to need a lot more automation. And then, of course, that's where SAE gets involved. And myself, I'm very involved on the safety side. So I think we're all looking forward to seeing where this world goes. And I hope you have a good day. Thank you.